Hello everyone and welcome to the new video on the channel. Today we are going to look at another simulator manager type of game. And before we were looking at the tennis manager kind of game and football manager games, today we're going to look at Pro Cycling Manager. Okay, this one is a little bit different and I believe a lot of you knows how to ride a bike, so they might be interesting to manage someone to win a bicycle riding tournament. Oh god, come on. Probably you heard about the tournaments like Tour de France or maybe something then Viva la Italy or something like that. Anyway, today we're going to look at the game like that. So before we dive deep into the why this game is interesting, even so it is not really the best graphical game like how you all love the games to be today. Well, I would like to ask you if you can check if you're subscribed to our channel, to put on notification button, then to like and leave in the comment what is the next video game you want to see on our channel, and then tell your opinion about the Pro Cycling Manager 2022. Also tell us something what you like about the Tour de France or whatever. Anyway guys, let's start. So Pro Cycling Manager was originally launched in 2001 under the shortest name as the Cycling Manager. It took its pro label back in 2005 and then it became something like a FIFA in the world of managing into cycling kind of games, because it became like an annual launch ever since. The main premise of the game is to transport you to the player into the role of the director or sportive of the personal cycling team, with the aim of growing your team to the top tier of the sport. So, there is a lot of updates that have been announced to this year's game, and a lot of them actually surprised us. I tried the previous year's game, but really for the short time, and it was more like a prologue or demo kind of version. Never played the full one, but from what I heard and from what developer promised us, there would be a new talent scouting system in Pro Manager 2022, that players can choose their territory young riders and you want to monitor them whatever. And believe me or not, it is really developed really well in this game. They also told us the new generation of cyclists, the latest edition to introduce the new mechanical-based level of potential young riders using a 6-star rating system, which is also in the game, and it's quite an interesting one, which we're gonna talk about a bit later. The cyclist development, more dynamic components, and a lot. So, one thing that you notice from the beginning is an improved interface, as well as a redesigned interface, menu, ergonomics, objectives planning, and new cyclist page have been added also. It includes new statistics and whatever. You have available 70 teams that can become the pro sports teams like, let's say, Jumbo Visma or BNB Hotels KTM or Group FDG. You can start playing matches like, let's say, straight up right away, but it's not that fun as you would start a career or a manager or as a rider, because this is possible in the game, but it's not really that cool. You immediately get hand of the scouts that can send anywhere in the world to search for one diamond rider that will win you all the tournaments. The developers also indicate that the racing dynamics have been adjusted to mimic unpredictable real life, while you're still remaining realistic. Loosely translated, surprises can still happen, but the favorites will now actually win more often, even if you simulate your matches. Immediately after simulating a match is actually really quite necessary, because you would get bored watching every game and, let's say, every ride that would be more specific in this case. And believe me, it is something that you would rather skip sometimes. When you start the season at the Tour Down Under, it's pretty fun to actually ride the first stage, but soon you'd be stimulating races in a few seconds to speed up a little bit. Moving on, a lot of things has been improved in gameplay also over the years, and this year's is one of these years too. The roads now shine when it rains, and for example these get dirty too, so graphically the game also developed. Don't expect realism like in maybe FIFA, let's say, or maybe in the eFootball, because they're getting better actually now. Drop the like, by the way, and the comments if you want to see us review new football. Anyway, for example, the spectators are very static and hardly upload, so they would look like more some kind of cardboard edition. If we speak about FIFA, it's like a PS2 version of FIFA 06 maybe. This also doesn't have cell phones to shoot or whatever do or blah blah blah. It is quite boring, but come on, let's get to the point. This is a managerial type of game. Anyway, you can follow, of course, the course of different points of view, such as the bird view, the helicopter, TV, motor behind, a group of riders, but the bikes don't go right in front of the riders, and you hardly see any faces. Putting the image on the pause and the end of the race, making the screenshot and cheering out is unfortunately not included. So, finishing and kind of summarizing on how the game is. Well, I would tell you that this is really improved game. The scouting system is really cool. The graphics a little bit adjusted. The biggest interface is really great. When we spoke about the tennis manager, there was a little bit of problems with tennis manager, interface, music and blah blah blah. All these kind of things realized really very well in the cycling manager. Anyway, if I would ask you what do you think about the game, then I would love to hear what you think about the game in the comments. But my opinion, personally, from our channel, is that we actually enjoy this game and we really suggest you to try this one. It is quite an interesting game, guys. If you like cycling, if you like to ride your bike just for fun, maybe try and get to develop a champion in this kind of Tour de France tournaments. Thank you everyone for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.